Okay, it took me 10 minutes to get this microphone to fucking work. So just for that, go ahead and like this fucking video and subscribe down below. And it was just working. I filmed a test clip. So if this is not working, I'm done. Okay. But hello icons, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is John. I love to teach the misfits of creations, the people that felt like they never had a place to fit in, the girlies, the gays, the theys, no matter what your sexual orientation is, just the people that really felt like ostracized by society. Literally, okay? I'm here to help the weirdos of creation remember that they're so worthy of love, and their weirdness and their quirks and all the other things that they feel like makes them weird due to society is actually what's meant to help you and to help you become the most successful, iconic person of your life, point blank period. So actually today I kind of want to riff off this intrusive thought that came to me just sitting. I actually set the intention to come up with a YouTube video idea, and then I showered, and then I was just kind of dissociating, and it came to me. So I want to fucking drill this into your head that you're too hot, you're too iconic, and you're too sexy to worry about when your manifestation is going to come into fruition here, okay? The truth is about manifestation, at least my perspective, that manifestation doesn't have any kind of rule book or guidebook when it comes to time frames, okay? I do think that every person is different, based on, what they've kind of been through and their limiting beliefs and their identity and how kind of drilled in and cemented in that old identity is. Every person is different, and I was someone that kind of really went through the ringer when it came to hating themselves, putting themselves down, social anxiety, eating disorders. Like, I have been through fucking hell, and I really do believe, this might be a limiting belief, that I'm someone that needs a lot more positive reinforcement, reprogramming than just the average motherfucking person. And seeing a lot of things manifest and seeing a lot of things come into fruition, a lot of goals kind of being checked off, and all this shit is real. Like, it kind of seems like it's happening randomly, and then it just kind of shocked me, like, holy fucking shit. For example, I've been robotic affirming for, being a full-time content creator. Am I a full-time content creator now? Yes. Read between the lines. But when I opened up my TikTok analytics 2 days ago, I've looked and I've realized that this month was the month that I made the most ever on TikTok. And I've been robotic affirming for being a full-time content creator, right? There was no way that I could fathom that I could know for certain, know which video for certain was going to kind of pick up and revitalize my account in the algorithm. I had to film, and I had to post, and I had to speak like I knew that every video I posted would reach millions of people, would reignite my fucking platforms in the algorithm, right? I had, in a sense, I had to post and record and talk like I knew, but my brain didn't actually know what actual videos were going to be the ones to revitalize my account. I just had to take inspired action and not let the 3D, hold me back or trigger me. And it did sometimes, and when the 3D triggered me, I went into my self-hypnosis, I went into the robotic affirming, I went into the working out, because you guys know I struggle with anxiety, and sometimes robotic affirming or affirmation rampaging, right, doesn't really get me out of the anxious feelings I need to drop into my body. So I love to work out, I love to go to the gym and run and lift and do the stairs. It really helps me kind of get that anxious, bottled up emotion out of me, especially doing any form of cardio, running that shit out of my system. Yeah, but then I like to do the breath work, the yin yoga, really anything that gets me out of the mind and into the body. And that is just a helpful tip with anyone that struggles with anxiety. I actually recommend doing those things if you're an anxious girly icon trying to manifest your dream life, and your mind kind of gets in your way because it is overactive and it overthinks. Doing anything that drops into the body, so breath work, qigong, self-hypnosis, yin yoga, working out, even going out in nature and just sitting by the beach or sitting under the trees and just focusing on your breath, guided meditations, and all of these tools I just said can be found for free on YouTube, so there really is actually no excuse. I didn't hire a breathwork practitioner. I didn't hire, an EFT practitioner. All the tips I found for free on YouTube. There really is no excuse. Yes, so I didn't know what videos were going to blow up, technically. I just had to show up knowing and believing that every video I posted was going to be a hit. Every video I posted was going to be successful. And eventually, my reality is going to conform, right? So I need you guys to stay persistent, because in manifestation, like, you could literally walk out of the house right now after this video and bump into your soulmate. You could literally end this video, go outside, feel inspired to post your content, and a video goes fucking viral. You never know in which moment your manifestations are going to come into fruition. You never know which moment is going to be the moment that actually changes your life for the better forever. Remember, the 3D is just a reflection of old you 1 month ago, 3 months ago, 1 year ago, 2 years ago, fucking 2 days ago. Okay? Do not get triggered by the 3D. I need you to stay motherfucking delusional, okay? And you can have a bad day and still manifest, okay? How many times have you guys seen me have anxiety on live due to my work situation, because I have to Uber to and from work, and the bi-weekly Uber expenses were more than what I was getting out of my actual paycheck from my job. So I was waking up with financial anxiety every single day. There was moments where I would have complete panic attacks on live. There was, I'm in a very high stress situation, so I'm not waking up every single day. I'm trying my best, but I'm not waking up every single day smelling the roses and skipping down the yellow brick road, because my life is kind of chaotic right now, and we are human. So it's okay to feel those emotions. But what I do, even when I don't want to do it and I just want to wallow in my anxiety, wallow in this shit doesn't work, I'm just going to give up, I fucking hate my life, I force myself to sit down and do a guided meditation, breathwork, hypnosis, EFT tapping. I force myself to, I just manifested a pink walking pad. I'm not going to pull it out now, but you guys see it on TikTok. You guys know how much I wanted the pink walking pad, how much I wanted this pink chair, and I just kept affirming. And I'm kind of veering off the tracks here, because you guys know that I don't really have a script, and I don't know. Let me know if it bothers you that I don't have a script. Like, does it bother you that I kind of talk in circles? But the one thing that I really want to say in this video is that manifestation is so cute and random. You need to keep going. You're too sexy, you're too hot to worry about every second of every single day how it's going to happen and when it's going to happen. Your full-time job is to feel good, to feel iconic, to feel like the celebrity of your life, to feel like the supermodel of your life, to feel like every moment is you walking on a red fucking carpet. You need to walk into every room. You need to walk into every space like the divine sent you, because it literally motherfucking did. Get out of your mind. Everything is perfect. Everything is working out. Your life's on easy mode. I need you to start leading with your heart and living with your heart and doing the things that are on your heart and making the moves that your intuition is telling you to make, no matter what other people might think, no matter what, people might say. You need to start living for you, babe. Okay? That's when manifestations start coming through. The universe really rewards the people that take big game moves, the bold and the courageous. Okay, you can do this. I need you to start reprogramming your mind. I need you to start, regulating the nervous system, regulating the nervous system regularly. I need you to walk with confidence. I need you to try your best every single day to be a little bit more happy, to lead with love, to lead with joy, even though you might be going through stressful situations, because this shit works. It's just, there's no rule book when it comes to time. You just gotta stay persistent. If you never know how close you are. Like, you guys remember, like, I was so sad because it kind of felt like there was no reviving my TikTok. I didn't matter anymore. But you know what? The truth is, if you want something bad enough, you're not going to give up. You're not going to stop creating. You're not going to stop doing. And that was me. I kept posting. I kept, creating, even in the midst of hating myself, even in the midst of having anxiety. And I would feel such an overwhelming amount of embarrassment when people in my life would bring up my TikToks and, oh my God, like, I love your TikToks, but it was embarrassing because I wasn't that iconic anymore, because that's another video, basing my worth in my views, basing my worth in the views and in the amount of views and likes and comments and followers that I got. But the truth is, going back to what I was saying, like, that little me, like, that's who I am. Creating is who I am. Creating is in my blood, and nothing could really stop that. So, I kept posting and I kept doing, even though I was sad, even though I wish even though I felt like it wasn't working, it's like creating was in my blood, so nothing stopped me. I couldn't stop, or I would die, okay? I would become very depressed and die, okay? Metaphorically, because creating is what lights up my motherfucking soul. And I kept going, and because I kept going, because I kept persisting, because I kept holding on to that dream, even though sometimes that dream felt like it was slipping from my fingers, I kept going, I kept persisting, I kept doing my guided meditations, and I didn't give up. And I'm so happy that I didn't give up. And I know it's only going to get better and better and better with every breath and every day and every step that I take. And it's the same thing for you. Your job is to feel happy, to feel good, to spread love, to be around the people that make you feel like you are enough, that make you feel like you are worthy, to go out there and build your dream life, and to be happy, and to make big moves, and to make inspired and to take inspired action and go after those dreams and make those dreams a reality, because it has no choice but to come into fruition, because the universe, God, or Jesus put that shit on your heart when you were born for a reason. It's meant to happen, okay? But you can't really worry so much about when and how specifically it's going to happen, because you'll just, that controlling energy takes the fun and the magic out of manifestation. Relax, take some breaths. Everything is going to work out. You don't need to worry about the when and how, because you'll start to get anxious, and then you'll start to get triggered by the 3D. You just need to have a strong knowing that's going to happen, point blank period, and you're good with no matter how long it's going to take, because this is your dream and you'll do anything to get it. And if you give up on your dream or your dream life or becoming the most iconic dream version of yourself, you are going to let the losers, the ugly ass losers from your past that told you, whether through their actions or through their words, that you were not special, you are going to let them win, and you won't do that. So stand on motherfucking business. Don't give up. Your manifestations are right around the corner. I love you guys so much, and like I always say, if anyone ever gives you shit for being who you are, tell them I will gladly punt their ass across the football field. I love you. Me trying to make a dramatic ass thumbnail.